So now I've finished my cereal dilution. It took quite a long time, which is why I turned the video off. So here's 1.0 molar HCl. Here is 1/10 of that concentration, 1/100th, 1,000th, 1/10,000th, 1 over 10 to the 4, 10 to the minus 4, 10 to the minus 5, and minus 6. I did the same with NaOH starting from this end. So there is 1.0 molar sodium hydroxide, 1/10th, 100th, 1,000th, 1/10,000th, 1 over 10 to the 5, 10 to the minus 6. And in the middle, I just filled that up with distilled water. And what I want to do now is have a look at what happens with my indicator. So all I did here was take the water out of there, which is no longer water. It's a mixture of compounds that are in the cabbage. And you'll notice the cabbage is now fairly white. And we now add a little bit of this to each of my tubes. And I will use a funnel. And I'm not being careful here. This is just an indicator. I'm just interested in the colors. Later, you'll do something quantitative with this to work out what's going on. Right, and there's my different colors for the hydrochloric acid. Now let's have a look at this. I was going to change funnels, but I don't have to because it's still the red cabbage indicator that I'm using. And you notice there's an entirely new set of colors coming up. You'll notice I'm being particularly careless with this. And the final thing I do, very careless, is the water. So, looking at now what I've got, and I have a piece of white paper so maybe you can actually see the colors. And we have this being a rather nice color that we normally associate with acids. Here, it's gone down to a color very similar to the water. And here, this is also a color very similar to the water. But the 1.0 molar sodium hydroxide is this color, changing to a never-ending, never-changing, or ever-changing supply of different colors, because red cabbage indicator is truly awesome. Let's bring that down a bit so you can see these colors. Red cabbage indicator is truly awesome, and it's probably what we'd use instead of universal indicator if it didn't, 1, stink of cabbage, and 2, attract mold so quickly. You keep some of this in your lab. If I kept this in here, it's now Friday. If I came back in on Tuesday, it would be covered in mold on the top. So here's the colors, here's the qualitative data, and let's have a look at something else in a minute.